What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all a quick update of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at 23,353. We're up about 1.5%. What I want to do is kind of break down what I'm seeing here in the market and also show you guys something that's just going to help simplify things a little bit. And for the cryptocurrency space, I think trading on the 4-hour time frame and the 1-day time frame is really going to help you. It's going to let you see the bigger picture a little bit. And for Bitcoin right now, the main thing that I'm paying attention to on the 1-day time frame are these higher lows. So what you can see here, we set our low at about 17,560. Then we had another higher low, and this was roughly at 18,761. And we had another one, 18,898. Another one at 20,724. We want this next one right here, this area here, to be our higher low. So this is what I'm paying attention to. We need to hold 22,655. And what I want to see is today on heavy volume. So we need to be above average volume. I would like to have a bullish engulfing candle. So if we still could get a little bit higher today, close stronger towards the upper part of this candle here, and this is roughly at 23,655, that would show some strength, and that potentially could mark that this higher low is set, and we could be going to try to challenge that high of 24,684. So the strength of the candle today, where we close, what type of candle it is, if it could be this bullish engulfing candle, also watching to see if it comes on heavy volume. Now, something I like to look at as well to see if this is going to be some type of a bull flag or not. If we go from the bottom to the top here, you can see we've retraced back to this 0.5. In this 0.5 area, this is typically, it's kind of like a gray area, because when I look at a bull flag, I want to see us stay above that 0.382. That's going to be the area I want to hold, and that most likely is going to show that we're going to try to go up and get a higher high. If we get down to this 0.5, it's still likely that we can get up past that area, but it takes the bulls a little bit longer and more pressure to try to get back up to test this high and then get that follow through. So do you guys get what I'm saying here? The deeper that we go, the more likelihood we'd have, say we go back to the 0.618, of going up and getting a lower high and then getting in some type of an equilibrium pattern. So we want this to be right here off this 0.5. We want this to hold, close today bullish engulfing candle on some heavier volume. If that's the case, then we potentially can go back up and try to test that level of 24,696, right in that range. If we give this up, then we're going to be looking down to that lower levels there, roughly at about $21,989 I would look at. Then it'd be the low here, and this would be at 21,280. But the main thing that I still want everybody to remember and pay attention to is that we're still overall here, guys. We're going to go in on the weekly. On the 1 week time frame, we're still in a downtrend. Some people could say this was a tiny little trend change here to the bulls, but I'm still looking at this longer term downtrend here. I want to see us break out through this downtrend line, because this still could act as overhead resistance. And if we throw in our moving averages and we take a look, we're really still fighting with this 200-week moving average right here, and that's going to be at $22,876. So we need to continue to close up above that, but we'd still have to watch this area, that it could just be another lower high before we go down and test potentially that lower level of 20,000, right in that range again. So we have to watch that. We have to pay attention to it. And if we take a look on the 1-day time frame here, so essentially what I would say is we have a weekly downtrend and we have a daily uptrend. Here we are trading up above on the daily, up above our 30 moving average, up above our 50, and then we're trading below our 200-day moving average, which is extremely important as well. So watch that area, and that's going to be up around 33,760, which we still, guys, if we get a really big move, we could go up and test some of these higher levels. We just still have to remember that we are trading below that area. And if we are taking longs here, so just to give you an example, I want to teach as much as I can here from my experience, guys. You know, I'm not a professional. I've done this for about 5 years or so now. But say you took a long position. You jump in right here. All right. So what we would do, first, we want to set our stop loss. So for me, it would be right up in this area here, and this stop loss would roughly be at about 22,470. And the reason is because if this is going to be our higher low, then we're going to go get some continuation most likely, and if not, we're going to roll over to some deeper levels, and I want to be stopped out of that. So I'm just giving a hypothetical here. So I'd put my stop underneath these tweezers here. I'd give it a little bit of room. Okay, so I'd go down maybe a little bit lower than that, and then my target would be roughly up into this range, potentially up into this trend line, but I'd say this area right in here, guys, could be one, and this could be a longer term swing position, if we continue to do that, and you can see the risk to reward on that would be about 5.36. Say you went a little less to the wick here, that would be still be about a 2.15 risk to reward. So some people will look at that and say, okay, if that's our candle today and we close there, then most likely that's going to be our daily higher low, and we're going to try to go up here and get into some higher levels, potentially back test that, and then go up and test this trend line. So we're looking at that as a potential possibility as well. My only thing is, if you're playing positions right now, just keep the stop loss tight, you know, because essentially this is going to be the higher low, or we're going to roll over to some lower levels most likely. If we take a look here, our relative strength is going to be at 56, and then our VWAP still right now is at negative 3.98, so we got to keep an eye on that, and the money flow is still in the red here, guys. So if you're going to play any positions, I'll just say this again, make sure you have a level to play off of and you use those stop losses if you're looking for this to be the higher low to try to go up to some higher levels. But still remember, we're in that weekly downtrend and we still do have a lot of work to do. So if you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.